quarter, 90 seconds to play. It's been up and down and not very many whistles as Momberg steals that one away. The Box Elder native who transferred out to Meade High School.
Yeah.
And then came back to Montana.
I mean, if you're so good, you can transfer like that from Box Elder to Meade. That's you're a hooper.
And Kyla Momberg puts it up and in. Lead back up to 9.
Kyla. Also, obviously, said Box Elder 2018 Class C, best conference in college in high school basketball, state champion.
Those Mombergs, I mean, that high line, when you look at what Havre, Box Elder have done recently, girls hoops. 8 on the shot clock. Pickens turns and fronts up against Sweeney. That's a great matchup. Spins around Sweeney, misses the shot.
You talk Class C this year, Seiko, Whitewater, Hinsdale.
And they're undefeated.
Yeah.
And going for a second straight. Mack stepped on the baseline, double dribbled and turned it over. And we have a timeout. 27.4 to play in the first. It's Western 21, Carroll 14. Back after this on SWX. The tuba. I could never carry one, let alone learn how to play it. 21-14, Western leading 8th-ranked Carroll women here.
I was more like this kid on the drums here back in the day. So I like to see the kid out.
21-14, 7-point lead, 27.4 to go. It's Carroll's ball. They can hold, the Saints can, for the final shot of the quarter. I mean, you look at it, both these teams playing well. Carroll 7 of 14 from the floor. Western's 10 of 15. The big difference right now, Carroll 5 turnovers, and that has led to 9 Western points.
Yeah, you think if you're Carroll here and you can get a bucket going in the end of the first quarter, kind of keep it within arm's length, and with all those turnovers, that's kind of a positive nearly. A team shoots well against you. If you cut down on turnovers and still be in the game, that's pretty good. So, big possession for him here.
Keller in front of the scorers table. Brings it. Top of the key. Now in trouble. In a lot of trouble. Fires it over to Pickens, who hands it right back to Keller. 12 seconds to play in the quarter. Now Ekstrom. Inside to Isabel Erickson. Stripped away. 3 to shoot. Erickson throws it away.
And that was some tough physical defense from Montana Western, especially on the guards. And obviously, as we said, that's what they have is good guards. 2
seconds. Sweeney from half court. It's short. End of 1. A very fun first quarter in Helena. Montana Western leading the Carroll women 21-14 here on SWX. Today's Frontier Conference basketball game on SWX brought to you in part by Carroll College. Carroll College, not for school, but for life. Jason Walker, Jack Marshall, back at the PE Center in Helena. There is Halo. And Jack, you mentioned the physicality for Montana Western. That is so reminiscent of their head coach, Britt Cooper, when she played for Montana Western. Mentioned she was an All-America 2019 national champion that won that down in Metro Park when the NAI was held in Billings for a few years. And she has really brought her own style of play into this Bulldog squad. And they lead 21-14. We start the second.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the goal when you hire players, that she can get her players to play like she did. And that's, yeah, as you said, that's what's happening with Britt Cooper. So far, a great hire from Western.
Pickens now out to Isabel Erickson. Isabel, no good. Pickens with the rebound, puts it up, missed it, gets it back, turns, puts it up and in. First points of the quarter go to Carroll, down 21-16. Pickens now with 6 in the ball game.
That's how she's going to get rolling. Gets the ball down low and gets some tough buckets.
Momberg in the paint, turns and fires. Montana Western really cannot miss right now.
They've done a good job answering. Every time Carroll gets a bucket, it feels like they've came down and quickly got a bucket back. Keeping them at arm's length.
Looking for the upset. Erickson throws it away. Momberg with the steal. Up ahead, Shani Mack. Down inside. Strong take to the hole. That was Kiki Davis out of Hellgate High. We've got a loose ball, and it'll go to Montana Western on the possession arrow change on the held ball. 8:43 to play in the half. 21-16. Montana Western has the lead. Mentioned Kiki Davis, a sophomore from Hellgate. She's one of the 3 listed forwards for the Bulldogs. Up on top, Isabel Lund out of Tumwater High School. Now the drive by Mack. Mack, good ball fake, puts it up with the left hand. Jack, she's got a couple of buckets left-handed tonight.
Yeah, and she's had a great, so we got a wrestling match in the corner there, but you just mentioned Mack's having a great season too, averaging a career high 15 per game. We can talk about Sweeney making kind of a jump. Obviously, she's been consistent, but Shani Mack's done a really good job here.
25-16, Western by 9. We had 3 ties in that first quarter. Western has led throughout as Keller down to the left wing. Reverses, swings it around right side, Ekstrom. Ball fake right, dribbles left, now back into her place. Now she'll drive top of the key. 7 on the shot clock. Pickens spins, double teamed, lost it, got it back, turns and fires, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down by Albrecht. Her shot inside, no good, but she is fouled, and she will shoot 2. We mentioned as tough as Western is physically, that's just the first team foul on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they play pretty smart too, but you mentioned Jamie Pickens got double teamed. My count almost triple teamed down there.
Yeah.
And because of that, when she takes a shot, some rebounds might be open, and that's exactly what Willa Albrecht did, is came in, crashed the boards for an open rebound due to the kind of disparity of defenders around, and grabbed it and gets to go to the charity stripe.
Knocks down the first one and knocks down the second.
Albrecht, someone who went to UM to start her career out of kind of tough woes there, tore her ACL while she was a member of the Lady Grizz. Now, in her first year at Carroll, averaging 10 points per game, kind of been able to find her stride here.
25-18, Western has the lead. Sweeney. Looks like Carroll switched to a zone after getting burned man in that first quarter. Sweeney, though, from the elbow over Pickens. No good. Rebound, Isabel Erickson, who had a career game last week. Mentioned she went back to her old high school tapes at Billings Central to kind of get the feeling back, and it paid off. Ekstrom, bounce pass inside to Pickens, who is double teamed immediately, and then the foul comes. That'll be on Isabel Lund, sophomore out of Washington.
And that could be big for Carroll if they can start kind of getting it down low and forcing some fouls from Montana Western.
Lob pass inside Pickens, blocked away. Oh, but a late call, and Pickens will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul's going to go on Davis. That'll be her first, 3rd team foul of the quarter.
That was blocked in a way it almost looked like a phenomenal pass from Pickens. We get a great look at it. We'll see him shooting foul. That's kind of the same angle we had up here, Jason, from behind in front of Jamie Pickens there, but nonetheless a foul called.
Pickens, first one, no good. She's a 76% free throw shooter on the year. Only one on the team to shoot triple digits. There's another look. Might have got her with the body.
Yeah, and that'll be 2 on Kiki Davis. So she'll head to the bench. Only 3 total, as you mentioned, but 2nd on Davis.
Pickens drills the second one. Carroll within 6, 25-19, 7:15 to play in the half. Momberg, now Sweeney, free throw line. Working on Pickens. Double team comes. She'll find a teammate in Moy who misses the free throw line shot, and Pickens with the rebound.
And that was a great pass there by Sweeney. Kind of the same formula that Western's been using is if you can get Sweeney to pass it, that might be the best defense you can play if you're Carroll College.
Erickson looks right, comes this way to Albrecht. The Billings West grad drives, has it knocked away, stolen away. Great defense by Momberg, forcing the steal, and then a foul on Albrecht accidentally on the other end as she runs into Lund. Her first team foul of the quarter on Carroll.
Yeah, Lund kind of stepped on the brakes in front of her on the fast break, but once again, another turnover for Carroll College's team. Obviously phenomenal on defense. On offense, they've had their ups and downs, but turning the ball over is not their recipe for success.
Three-pointer is on the way, and it is good for the freshman, or Peyton Hagee, rather. The junior knocks it down. The Ephrata Washington product. Lead back to 9.
Oh, you said freshman at first. It is because she's a new face coming from North Idaho. That's one of not a crazy amount of transfers on this Western roster. As another turnover, Carroll College.
Call the travel on Ekstrom. Garrett's back in. Erickson to the bench. 6:06 to play. Western has led this entire game, and they lead 28-19 right now to the Bulldogs with 6:02 left to play second quarter. Kyla Momberg, right side Mack. Inside Sweeney, turns, fires. A little short from 16, and Pickens with the rebound. Nice feed in transition. Maddie Garrett's for Maddie Ekstrom. That all started with the rebound.
Yeah, and great rebound and way to run the floor from Maddie Garrett. You don't see a lot of bigs who can do that. Well, it's kind of at times a lost art, but good job by Maddie Garrett to do that.
Oh, nice feed down low to Momberg, who misses a reverse, and Pickens with another board. She already has 10 now in the ball game.
10 with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter is pretty absurd. Pretty absurd.
Keller loses the handle, gets it back. Pickens has it up on top, midway through the shot clock. Garrett's on the screen and roll, skips it out, almost threw it away. Keller on the wing, 10 on the shot clock. Pickens posting up on Momberg. Momberg takes the tumble. Britt Cooper wanted the offensive foul. Momberg just kind of stood there. Pickens looked down at her and said, all right, I'll just draw the foul.
Smart play. And so I mentioned 10. 10's kind of absurd for 5 minutes to go. It's absurd for a normal basketball player.
Yes.
Jamie Pickens, coming to this game, she's had 11 or more rebounds in 10 of her last 11 games.
And I think she owns the school record with 22 in a game.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yeah. That's not something up in the 20s for sure, but yeah, rebounding has really made a jump this year.
She's always been good at it,
yeah.
Dating back to her days at Helena High as she hits both free throws. Lead cut down to 5. Of course, 3-time state champ with Eric Peterson at the helm.
Yeah, it's hard for her to score much more points per game, but she is having a career high in rebounds and assists, which is...
Oh, Sweeney again drops it in. She's now 5 for 8 from the floor. She has 10 points, and it's a lead back to 7 with 4:45 in the half.
We talk about improving 13 and 19 points per game for Jordan Sweeney.
Sweeney was great last year as well. Pickens in the paint, kick out, Albrecht. Her 3 on the way, off the mark. Garrett's the rebound, she's fouled and she'll shoot 2. Maddie Garrett's has picked up a couple of offensive rebounds, just being in the right place at the right time, and that's something she has done in her career here at Carroll. 4:27 to go in the half. Western by 7. just a little bit away from halftime. Thank you for being a friend. Those are a couple of good friends right there in Carroll Boosters. Long time Saints fans. 30-23, Western leading 8th ranked Carroll with 4:27 to play here before the half. Mentioned Maddie Garrett's 2 rebounds, both offensive. She also has 8 points. She's 4 for 4 from the floor. Pickens with 9 points, 11 rebounds to lead the way. Sweeney with 10, Mack with 7 to pace the way for Montana Western. And this has just been a great game between 2 really good teams. Garrett's will shoot 2 free throws. Great look there at Cooper, youngest coach in the Frontier.
I mean, when you're only 2 years removed from playing, hard to be anywhere near the oldest coach in the Frontier. She spent a year as the math teacher and basketball coach back at Harrison High, actually, before they rehired her at the helm for Western.
Garrett's goes 0 for 2, but Albrecht with the offensive rebound. Now Garrett's down the lane, layup is good. Wow, that was sweet.
Yeah, Maddie Garrett, you talked about she's worked real hard, and now it's really, really paying off for Maddie Garrett. And she's kind of hit her stride in these last couple games, as you mentioned earlier, Frontier Player of the Week, and she's looked great this afternoon, too.
Sweeney, she'll leave it up on top for Momberg, who fakes the shot and then draws the foul on Kendall Keller. Highline harassment there from Keller on Momberg.
That's about the best way you can be getting called highline harassment. But good fake, and now Keller going to head to the bench with 2 fouls.
Second on the team in the quarter, Erica Nessen checks in. Another one of those long-time role players for the Saints, and Rochelle Sayers. Nessen's been here since 2018.
Yeah, she took a 5th year too, along with Garrett's and Pickens. I got to talk to her this week, actually, Erica Nessen. Fun player to talk to. She's a biology undergrad, thinking about going to a master's or PhD program when she's done here at Carroll, but it's become a really great role, a glue player for this Carroll team, veteran guard presence.
Garrett's, after the second turnover of the game by the Bulldogs, gets it to Pickens. Nessen hits the floor in the paint, gets up. She's fine. Ekstrom. Over to Garrett's. Garrett's going to drive again. Stop, turns, blocked away by Momberg. Pickens grabs it out of midair and then missed it as Mack comes away with it. 5-point game. Montana Western leads 30-25. Sweeney has it knocked away by Pickens, and then Sweeney and Pickens. Pickens had the hustle. Sweeney was content to just let it out. Pickens tried to get it to go off of her. Good camera shot, guys. We're the best crew in the entire state. Region.
Nation.
Maybe in the nation. Great backdoor cut. Mack partially knocked away by Nessen. Now she'll find Momberg down low, who's hammered by Garrett's. You know, Wednesday was National Girls and Women's in Sports Day, and it's great to watch women's hoops, but half our camera crew today, good look at Rochelle Sayers, half our crew today is female, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of Erica Ness, we talked about her, she was talking to me about how it was National Women's and Girls Sports Day this week, and they've had 50th year women's basketball they celebrated at Carroll College too, but she was talking about how cool it is as a Carroll basketball player. So many young girls in this community look up to these Carroll College Saints team, and she's talking about just how cool that's been for her, especially this season.
That's a great point. 2:52 to go, 31-25. After Momberg goes 1 of 2 at the line, Pickens fires it over to Ekstrom up on top. 15 on the shot clock. Ekstrom dribbles lefts. Garrett's is going to fire a triple. It's off the back of the iron, no good. And then Garrett's knocked it away for a moment, and Kyla Momberg comes away with it. 31-25, Bulldogs have the lead. 2.5 to play in the second quarter. Sweeney again, the dribble, the jump, the stop, and the basket. She now has a dozen, and the lead back to 8, 33-25.
Once again, that's just a straight-up bucket, pure basketball, being able to kind of stop on the dime, score up to the basket, find your shot, and obviously make your shot.
Ekstrom. Now Nessen. Out there with Albrecht, Pickens, and Garrett's. 10 on the shot clock. Nessen open for 3. Short. Rebound. Loose. Nessen dives for it. got it to Garrett's, a little strong on the pass, and Western comes away with it.
That was a great hustle play.
Momberg shovels it off to Moy in the paint, and it just rolls off. Erica Nesson with the rebound. Another Meade High School product in Nesson.
Yeah, obviously a lot of recruiting for Frontiers teams out of the Spokane area.
Pickens through the double team. She'll shoot 2 as she hits the deck.
Yeah, if they're going to double team and deny Pickens the ball and do everything, you might as well draw a few fouls and change who's having to do that on you and hope for miscommunications as Pickens kind of smiling a little bit at the end of that one.
Foul on Mack, her first 15 foul on the Bulldogs. You mentioned Pickens' assist and how they've gone up. She's up to 44 assists on the year coming into today. That's second on the team. And it reminds me a lot as she hits the first free throw. Former men's basketball player Ryan Imhoff, when he was here, NAI Player of the Year, as Pickens hits the second as well. But he was so good at, and Pickens is the same fashion, realizing when that double, even triple team's coming and finding the open person.
I play against a guy in pickup basketball like that. You know you're going to get the ball if he's on your team.
Sweeney, a little short on the pull-up, and Addie Ekstrom with the rebound. Carroll down 6 with the ball, 60 seconds to play in the quarter. Nesson looking to set things up. She backs it out on the dribble. We're under a minute to play in the half. Nesson gets around Sweeney. Garrett's fires it over Albrecht. She'll drive baseline, bounce pass in the paint. Pickens turns, puts it up and in. She now has a double-double.
Well, good ball movement and rotation to be able to get the ball, get the defenders moving and leave Pickens in a one-on-one, and that's what she's going to cook.
33-29, Saints within 4. Closest Carroll's been.
2-3 zone now from the Saints.
As Momberg fires a 3, it's no good, and Albrecht with the rebound. Saints can hold for the final shot. 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Saints down 33-29.
Coach Sayers trying to get her playing.
Ekstrom crossover with the dribble. Now Garrett's 12 seconds to play. Pickens, double team, fires it out. Albrecht, extra pass. Nesson, corner 3 is good. That's called ball movement, and that is how you end a quarter and a half. Saints have trailed throughout, but big plays down the stretch from Pickens. Big shot from Nesson. It's Western 33-32 here at the half from Helena on SWX.
Helena, wherever, and you get to pick some of your teammates out there, maybe some coaches, depends. I mean, Jamie didn't want Coach Sayers on the raft with her, so
yeah.
But so Zombie Apocalypse, who on the Saints do you want around you in that?
Gosh, probably nobody too fast, because then I would be the slowest person if they were fast. If Sienna was still on the team, I would say Sienna, because we, our freshman year, had a really poor habit of skipping class and playing Call of Duty Zombies, and we got pretty good. First. We find a vaccine or something like that. Coach Sayers, no, she would.
Bring some alums in. I like to hear that.
Yeah, definitely Sienna though. We were quite the team in Call of Duty. So.
But moving into the third point, let's say you're going to go on a big vacation and maybe Home Alone style, you accidentally forget your kids, accidentally. Who are some you got to call some players on your team and be
33-32, Western leading Carroll at the half in Helena. Earlier this week, Jack Marshall sat down for some fun times with the Carroll women.
Yeah, I always do weekly 3 points with Carroll College. I always ask a fun question to end it. Let's see some of the best of the last couple of weeks.
There's a zombie apocalypse, and it comes here to Helena, wherever, and you get to pick some of your teammates out there, maybe some coaches. Depends. I mean, Jamie didn't want Coach Sayers on the raft with her, so
yeah.
But so zombie apocalypse. Who on the Saints do you want around you in that?
Gosh, probably nobody too fast, because then I would be the slowest person if they were fast. If Sienna was still on the team, I would say Sienna, because our freshman year had a really poor habit of skipping class and playing Call of Duty Zombies, and we got pretty good. So if Sienna was still around, she's still in Helena, so I'd probably find her first. I think Jamie and I could do some damage. Other than Erica, yeah. Okay. Erica could probably find a vaccine or something like that. Coach Sayers, no. She would, I don't know. No.
No.
Maybe JD.
Maybe JD.
JD could see from the horizon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. Bring some alums in. I like to hear that.
Yeah. Definitely Sienna though. We were quite the team in Call of Duty. So.
But moving into the third point, let's say you're going to go on a big vacation and maybe Home Alone style, you accidentally forget your kids. Accidentally. Who are some you got to call some players on your team and be like, hey, can you maybe babysit my children for a while? Maybe watch over them. I'm a little older for babysitting now, but I guess who on the team would you want to babysit your kids?
Well, I would probably call on our younger players, our freshmen for sure, probably Alex and Ellie. They might still be a little scared of me, so I think that they would make sure they really watched over them, didn't let them get away with too much. I think our older players, I think Maddie would probably be up playing Fortnite with them all night, and I think Jamie and Kendall, they'd probably let them do whatever they wanted. Addie and Izzy, they might put the hammer down, but I think Taylor could talk them into anything. So I think I'd go with our freshmen on this one. I think maybe the fear that if something happens, if the kids get out of hand, that they'd have to suffer the consequences. I think I would go with Alex and Ellie on this one.
Well, there you have it. That's who's gonna fight the zombie apocalypse and who's gonna babysit the kids on the Carroll College women's basketball team.
Hey, I've known Rochelle Sayers for about 10 years. She still scares me too. 33-32. Great job, Jack. Western leads Carroll at the half. Montana Western leading 8th-ranked Carroll at the half, 33-32. Western is led by as much as 9 in this one. And it really took a strong last minute or so of that second quarter for Carroll to pull within 1. But Jamie Pickens already with a double-double. Maddie Garrett's doing it as well, Jack.
Yeah, they've been a great 1-2 punch, as you mentioned. Jamie up to 13 points, first half double-double, spectacular. Garrett's done a good job filling in when they've kind of looked at Jamie Pickens. She's got 10 points of her own. And kind of that 1-2 post punch, there's only really one other team in the league that can guard both those two size-wise, and that's Providence. And Western's thrown a lot at them, but they've been able to persevere.
And, of course, for Western, starting out so hot from the field, Shani Mack. She had 7 in the first half, 12 for Jordan Sweeney. Neither one of them could miss a whole lot in that first.
Yeah, you mentioned 12 for Jordan Sweeney. That's really big for her coming into this game. 11 for 40 on field goals against Carroll. She's really been able to figure it out what they're doing with her on defense. They've tried a few different things to slow it down. Going to a zone later in the second half might have worked. We'll see that'll work or later in the second quarter. We'll see that'll work in the second half for the Saints.
It's been tough to guard her because she's so quick with the pull-up as well.
Yeah.
And it's been fantastic. 33-32, Western has the lead at the break. More from Helena coming up after this. It is halftime in Helena. Look there at Molly Boyle, volleyball coach Mo Boyle's daughter, junior. She's grown up fast. When you spend time in Helena, you get to know the families and the kids, and they grow up super fast. Western with the 1-point lead, 15 of 29 from the floor, 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Carroll, 12 of 28 shooting, 1 of 5 from downtown, and 7 of 10 at the line. There's 2 big stats, Jack, that really stand out. Carroll with 10 turnovers, that's led to 14 points for Montana Western, but Carroll also has 24-6 rebounding advantage over the Bulldogs. I mean, if you look at it, well, Carroll's turned it over, but they're getting rebounds, and that's why we have a 1-point game.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, if you turn the ball over a lot like that, that can always slow down any offense, especially against a good team like Western with their really talented guards they had. On the other end, though, Carroll, you do have that height advantage, and they've been able to capitalize on that with players like Jamie Pickens and Maddie Garrett and win the rebounding battle, and it's really helped keep them in this game. Felt like it was really dominated by Montana Western, but Carroll went on that run late, and all of a sudden, don't look now, they played a tough first half with those turnovers. They're only down 2.
Yeah, they were down 9 at one point in the second quarter, cut it down to within the 33-32. When you look at the standings, Carroll 9-1 coming in. The lone loss 2 weeks ago here at the home floor to nationally ranked Providence, 13th in the country. Providence back there at 7-3. They seem to have the 1 and 2 locked up with a couple weeks left to go in the regular season. But then you look at the jumbled mess that is 3 through 6. Western 5-5 coming in today. Northern playing very well for Chris Mowat, 4-6 in league. And then Rocky, Wes Keller struggling to a 3-7 league mark. Tech 2-8. But anything can happen here in the next 2 weeks. And like I said, I know Carroll and Providence kind of had that 1-2 seemingly locked up. But who's going to play one of those teams in the first 2 rounds? I mean, it's from 3 to 6. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, it's anybody's game. Real interesting, as you mentioned, what happened to that Rocky team. They were playing real good basketball early. I know they've kind of been hurt by some injuries and other stuff. But, yeah, it's real interesting. This, as we said, would be a big win for Montana Western, kind of get above the rest and see who they play first round as we check that out. But, yeah, fun. And obviously also Carroll College, a win here all gets closer and closer to sealing the deal on that 1 seed.
Yeah, and you know, that Frontier Conference tournament in the second year up in Great Falls this coming end of February, it's going to be fun, and Four Seasons Arena is a great place to watch some hoops. But, man, going to be super fun. Speaking of super fun, how about March 2nd? Eastern Washington at Montana State. Montana State women just knocked off and ended the unbeaten conference streak in the Big Sky for Eastern Washington. Eastern looking for revenge down there, down in Bozeman. We'll have that one for you at 2 o'clock, March 2nd here on SWX. The Big Sky is just as jumbled of a race in the middle of the pack as it kind of is in the Frontier.
Yeah, it's real fun. And the MSU women, they've been so snake bit, but they've been so good even with that. Madison Jackson's had a great season. She's super fun to watch. They're just a phenomenal team down there. Trisha Binford, she's honestly like the Rochelle Sayers of the Big Sky. Like they remind me so much of each other. Just really phenomenal coaches, and no matter who they have, you know they're going to go out there and play hard, and they're going to finish well in conference play.
Well, you know, Sayers and Binford played against each other in college. Sayers at Weber, Binford at Boise when Boise was still in the league. And yeah, those two have done some battles, including here. You know, it was great exhibition game. Carroll women early in December bringing Montana State here for to celebrate the 50 years of basketball. And it was a great story, too, because Carroll was supposed to play at MSU last season. Coach Binford last minute said, hey, can we buy this out? And Coach Sayers said, instead of paying us to not play, how about you just come up to Helena and play? And it worked out really well.
Yeah, it was a great deal, and I got to talk to Coach Binford afterwards, and she was real complimentary of Coach Sayers and not only the program that she has here, but it was nice to they're like, well, we didn't have to go on a long bus trip or anything for a non-conference game. We just got to sleep in our own bed. So yeah, it was a great opportunity, really fun, a great turnout that night.
Here's a look at Coach Sayers with longtime assistant Carroll Hall of Famer and All-America J.D. Solomon.
He's a zombie apocalypse partner of Matty Garrett's, too, as we learned at halftime. He's got that height.
33-32. Western with the ball. Great play right out of the chutes as Sweeney finds Maddie Moy. Well, that didn't take long for Western to get the lead back up to 3. Carroll ended the half on a 7-3 run to pull within 1. Albrecht, Ekstrom, Keller, Garretts, and Pickens starting 5 for the Saints. And it's Garretts who had a great first half, missed it. Offensive board and the putback for Pickens. 15 points, 14 rebounds now for Jamie Pickens.
This is shaping up to be a shell-shocking stat line and probably a player of the week in the Frontier. You never really know what they're going to give with those, but.
Another backdoor cut and another easy bucket for Montana Western against that zone. Moy with 4 here in the quarter.
Great cut, great vision. Yeah, the zone works to stop shooters on the three-point line, but if you can work it in on the baseline like that, that's how you beat it.
Ekstrom's going to try a 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound tipped out to Mack. Mack up the sideline in front of the team benches. Now she'll cross over on Ekstrom. To the block, put it up, and strong, Shani Mack. Western back up 5 quickly.
Well, Carroll's been a really good second-half team at points this year and came back in some competitive games, but so far it's been Western that's playing well in the second half here.
Ekstrom feeds Garrett's baseline. She'll skip it out on the wing. Albrecht will try a three. That one's good. Second make of distance for the Saints, back within 2.
That's if Carroll can get those 3-pointers rolling, that's how it really once again opens things up for Jamie Pickens down low. You got to make those open knockdowns, and Albrecht did.
Sweeney into the corner. Momberg into the paint against Garrett. Spin, put it up. Look at that body control, and then the sweet English off the touch. Lead is 4.
That's just trusting yourself, playing fearless basketball against a taller defender. Great job by Momberg to do it.
High post, Garrett. Lost it. Good hands, knocked away by Jonelle Momberg. Kyla Momberg in on the defense as well. Sweeney back the other way. Working on Ekstrom, loses the handle off her foot out of bounds. That's just the 3rd turnover for Western here in this ball game.
Yeah, Carroll, as I've said a lot, they're one of the better defensive teams in the nation stat-wise. At points this year, they've been the top, but if they can force turnovers like that, kind of even out the turnover battle, that'll help them a lot.
We got a long way to go. 11-3 is the turnover margin. As Pickens kick out, Keller corner triple, good. Keller and Carroll starting to heat up from beyond the arc. That's 3 of the last 4 going back to the end of the second, and it's a 1-point game again.
Been an interesting year for Kendall Keller. She kind of had to switch from playing shooting guard to true point guard.
3 to the other end by Momberg, no good. Pickens rips out another rebound.
And because of Keller's switch, she's had to pass the ball a lot more like you see in point guards. New career high in assists.
Fakes the 3, inside the paint, no good. Rebound, Kyla Momberg fouled by Willa Albrecht. That'll be her second. Team foul number 1 in the quarter. 6:42 to go in the 3rd. Western leading 41-40.
Yeah, it's fun. You just keep looking up and you're like, wow, Western's playing so well, keeping it so competitive, and then you just look up and they're only up by 1. It's interesting. It feels like it's out of reach almost, but Western's done a good job keeping the lead.
Pickens got turned around defensively. Momberg misses the shot. Keller with the rebound.
Cooper was not pleased.
Ekstrom ball fake. Pass up top, Keller. Back to Ekstrom on the wing. Her entry pass tipped right back to her. Now Pickens back out. Wide open. Ekstrom, 3-pointer. Too strong. Rebounded. Jonelle Momberg. She'll outlet it up to Sweeney. Sweeney across midcourt.
It's a great look from Ekstrom.
And we get a whistle and a foul as Ekstrom had stripped the ball away. The foul's going to come away from the basketball, and that'll be on Garrett. So it'll be her second.
Well, by and large, today they've been letting them play a lot on the perimeter, especially that's why we've seen a lot of steals. And that time it was a little different. Obviously, the offensive player hit the floor, but goes the way of Western. That's 2 on Garrett. She'll head to the bench.
Izzy Erickson in for her. Izzy Lund in for Montana Western. That's Mack in the paint, and she traveled with it.
Well, that's good physical defense by Kendall Keller down low. Force the guard to be going a little too fast. Sometimes as guards, when you get the ball in the paint and you hit the brakes, it's hard to know what to do.
41-40, Carroll looking for its first lead of the afternoon here as Keller crosses midcourt, right-hand dribble. I know her role has changed back and forth over the years here in the Saints uniform. Cam Hilborn, of course.
Yeah.
And then the injury to Ekstrom. But Keller is really best in that 2 role, like you said, but she can play the point.
Yeah, she's kind of, it was a weird change for her now back in the 2. You see her kind of have those vintage Kendall Keller games.
Albrecht, as the shot clock hits 0, drops it in, and Carroll has its first lead of the game.
Well, Albrecht's a really cool and calm basketball player, and you saw that there at the end of the shot clock.
And Maddie Moy answers right back as Jamie Pickens hit the deck. So Western back up. That's our second lead change. That's it.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a real back and forth game at points, but only the lead changes is so small. It's just how good both these teams are, really. Western keeping the lead and Carroll kind of just being a good basketball team.
Albrecht, 3 is good. She has 5 straight, and the Saints have their largest lead.
And once again, cool as a cucumber. She didn't even really smile after that one. Just put it in. Who am I guarding on defense?
Well, that's what Coach Sayers appreciates.
Yeah.
She starts with that defense. Carroll always one of the best in the country, defensive scoring. The ball knocked away, stolen away. Good defense as Erickson comes away with it. Keller and Pickens kind of teamed up for that tip away. Now a great pass inside. Pickens turns, puts it up, draws the foul, and she'll head to the free throw line. Well, what is done, and you've talked about it all game, hitting threes from outside has opened up the inside, and we have our first timeout of the second half. 4:16 to go in the third. Carroll up 2 here on SWX. Former Montana Governor Steve Bullock there, whose daughter is a freshman on this Saints roster. 45-43, Carroll leading Montana Western. 4:16 to play here in the third quarter. Trying to find the records for rebounds in a game from Carroll because Jamie Pickens has a chance to threaten it. 15 points, 15 rebounds.
Record, wow, we're on record watch. As you mentioned, Governor Bullock's daughter, Alex Bullock, also played for Helena High. There where Jamie Pickens played. Must be cool for her to be able to get on the team. Player definitely looked up to as a youngster. There's plenty of Jamie Pickens banners in the Helena High gym.
And she hits the first free throw. The foul before the break was on Maddie Moy, her second. First team foul of the quarter. Saints up 3 now. And make it 4.
So did we get the record, Jason? What's the number we're chasing?
I'm still looking.
We're still looking. We're still looking. Okay.
They got most rebounds in a career as Mack kicks out into the corner for Momberg. Jonelle Momberg dribbles in, back out. Mack now penetrates into the paint, working on Erica Nessen, and she gets it to go with a foul as well. Nessen will be called for the foul. That is her first 13th foul of the quarter.
Another phenomenal answer from the Western team. Feels like every time Carroll in this game has gotten some momentum, Western has found a way to answer and converted, and one makes it a 1-point game again.
This time it's Carroll with the 1-point lead, 47-46, midway through plus of the third.
Gotta like if you're Carroll, you've kind of gone through so much adversity to at this point have the lead in this ball game.
Nessen's gonna try a triple. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Kind of a line drive, and then Erickson reaches in, forces the turnover on the held ball, and the alternating possession goes to the Saints. That's good hustle by Isabel Erickson.
And you can tell that Coach Sayers said, we gotta start shooting, get the ball to Pickens and bounce it out really quick, start shooting threes. Carroll's done a lot, didn't get it there, but now that they got the rebound on the 3, a chance to really double it up on this possession.
Albrecht will inbound baseline, gets it in. Ekstrom almost double dribbled with it, just let it bounce right into the hands of Nessen. Back to Ekstrom on the far wing in front of her own bench. Trying to get it to Pickens, does. Pickens strong to the rack, puts it up and in. She now has 19, and the Saints lead by 3.
You could tell she was almost expecting the help defense to come in, and didn't. She said, okay, I'll take the one-on-one.
And a turnover on the Bulldogs. So after only having 1 in the entire first half, Western now with 5 here just in the third quarter.
Well, you only get so lucky to have 1 turnover a half so many times.
Nessen will bring it across midcourt with 3:07 on the clock in the third. Saints up 3. Albrecht, free throw line. Nesson on the wing. Erickson in a battle down low. Pickens has it high post, feeds Erickson, and she can't dribble out of the double team. The steal to Lund. She's fouled by Albrecht as their feet got tangled up, and that'll be A, turnover, and B, the foul. Her third, Willa Albrecht, fourth on Carroll, and that'll bring Kendall Keller off the bench.
Well, that's interesting because Albrecht is the one who was able to really capitalize on those open three-pointers, but 3 fouls. Coach Ayer's got to send her to the bench. Don't want to be hasty with that and get a fourth quickly.
Maddie Garrett's also in for the Saints. Nice look there at Britt Cooper. Keep bringing up the 2019 National Championship, but Western's the only team in the Frontier on the women's side to win a national championship. As great drive by Sweeney. I think that's just her first points of the second half.
Yeah, they have employed a good strategy on her so far. Back to a 1-point game here in the PE Center. So,
big foul on Mack as Nesson hits the deck, pops up.
Yeah, Nesson, with her size, obviously you got to be a tough player to play at the college basketball level. She's able to get back up and do it quickly.
Take another good look at it. That was a hard.
Yeah.
That was a good hip check from Shani Mack, her second foul.
And better make it count at least if you're going to foul someone.
That's what my dad always used to say.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time with 3 fouls in the second quarter.
Keller now Ekstrom. Inside Pickens, kick out Keller. 3-pointer on the way. Little strong, rebound comes out. It's to Mack.
Another good look for Carroll, but haven't been able to capitalize as much on those open threes as of late.
Nice cut from Lund. Ball loose, she'll shovel it off. Sweeney has it, double teamed, top of the key. Now she'll dribble left side. 12 on the shot clock, and we get a whistle again away from the ball. And Carroll's going to get whistled for its 15th foul. Addie Ekstrom picks it up, her first.
I didn't quite catch it, but it was right in front of the baseline ref, so I can't imagine it'd be an easy one to miss if it is an off-ball foul like that.
Another good officiating crew here in Helena. Frontier women's action. 2 shots coming up for Isabella Lund. And we'll have another. Lund on the year. 70% from the free throw line, goes 1 of 1, and we have our 4th tie of the game. And it comes with 1:56 to play in the third. 49-49.
It's a great basketball game so far, I can't lie. Even with Carroll kind of looking for 15 in a row against Montana Western, they've came out here in battle.
Nesson. High post to Keller. It's knocked away. Keller has it. And then Pickens saves her from the turnover on the held ball, calls the timeout. 1:33 to play. Here in the third, Western leading the Saints, and the Saints are leading Western. And I mean that because we're tied at 49. (49-49), 8th-ranked Carroll tied with Montana Western. 93 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. And Jamie Pickens getting it done. She had a double-double in that first half. She has 19 points, 15 rebounds to pace the way for the Saints. She came in, okay, you mentioned her double-doubles.
Yeah.
In
10 of her last 11 games.
In high school, she had 43.
In a row?
No, just
total. Yeah, I was pretty good, I guess.
yeah, moderately
Yeah.
good. First team All-America last year. Saints with the basketball. 3 on the shot clock. Garrett's the crossover at the free throw line. Missed everything. Nesson runs into our great camera person, Selby, down on the baseline. Both are all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the one who runs into Selby. Selby protects that camera down there.
She, a couple weeks ago, took a shot in the face during the men's game. She was all right. Sweeney, right elbow, out to Mack. Mack kicks it back out, Sweeney. 70 seconds to play in the third. Sweeney working on Nesson into the paint. Little Dirk Nowitzki fade away with the knee up, and Western back on top by 2.
Yeah, that was another just pure basket from Jordan Sweeney. As I've said, just fun to watch her score.
Pickens fires it over to Ekstrom. 45 seconds to play in the third. Nesson in the corner. Garrett feeds Pickens, who gets the lane, missed the shot, but is fouled, and she will shoot 2 free throws.
Well, they're in a zone defense now, so rotating players around, they can help double team, but kind of the problem with a zone defense is that Carroll can take advantage of that, and they were kind of finally able to get the rotation until Shani Mack was guarding Jamie Pickens, which is obviously a bit of a mismatch there on her part.
Third foul on Mack as Pickens back to the line. Misses. She's now 7 of 9 from the line. Sweeney with 16, Mack with 12 to lead the Bulldogs. 3 players in double figures for Carroll. Pickens, Albrecht, and Garrett's. Albrecht and Garrett's 10 apiece.
Yeah, Pickens one of those bigs who's good enough for free throw shooting that you don't want to just auto foul her.
She drills that one and cuts it to 1. 51-50 Western, 40 seconds to play in the third.
Ball game.
Sweeney around a screen, stops, 12-footer, good. Silky smooth, 18 now for Jordan Sweeney, the lead back to 3 for the Bulldogs. And once again, Carroll can hold for the final shot of the quarter.
Yeah, and if you talk about, if you want to make a run, upset someone, if your best player goes off like Sweeney has these last couple possessions, that's how you do it.
10 on the game clock. Keller stops, she'll fire the long 2, it's good! Sweeney's gonna fire it up and hits the front of the iron about 60 feet. We have a basketball game. Western 53, number 8 Carroll 52. An exciting final quarter coming your way next. Basketball brought to you in part by the Frontier Conference. The Frontier Conference since 1934, promoting academic and athletic excellence. Jason Walker, Jack Marshall. As we start the fourth, Montana Western leading 8th-ranked Carroll 53-52. A strong drive by Kyla Momberg. Pickens with the rebound on the miss.
But Carroll was all over Jordan Sweeney from the first inbound as Kendall Keller double dribble.
That is the 13th turnover for the Saints. It's led to 16 points for Montana Western, looking to capitalize, leading by 1. Just underway here in the final 10 minutes of regulation.
Are you calling for overtime, Jason?
I'm not calling for it, I'm just saying.
Okay.
As Moy, 14-footer, no good. Rebound tipped. It'll go off of Western. Lund, and it'll be as good look at it coming right into your couch.
I would have flinched a little bit if I was on camera there, I'm not going to lie. Wouldn't have been as phenomenal as a shot.
No. Way to hang in there, though. Keller. As the Carroll Saints look to take the lead back. Garrett's fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Good look inside, and Garrett's will try to take advantage with 2 free throws. Momberg picks up her first team foul of the quarter. And Garrett's to the line.
Now, Garrett's entered the 1,000-point club in her time at Carroll this season.
And she's an 83% free throw shooter. You know, that's always good when your quote-unquote bigs can knock down free throws. Garrett's and Pickens both deadly.
Yeah.
As I say that, she missed it. Ekstrom with the rebound. She'll dribble it out. New shot clock for the Saints. And again, still a chance to take the lead here. Tied at 53. Our 5 ties in this ball game. Pickens is going to fire, 16-footer short. Rebound comes out to Sweeney. She'll wait for traffic to clear, head up the far sideline. Down onto the block, into the paint. Turn, fire, missed it strong. Rebound, Ekstrom. 53-53 with 8:33 to go here in this ball game in Helena. Saints 44% from the field. Western still up at 54.5%. Carroll 4 of 12 from beyond the arc. 1 of 6 for the Bulldogs as Garrett's strong onto wing 3 and Sweeney with the rebound. That's her 3rd rebound of the game to go along with 4 assists, 18 points, and a foul on the Saints. And that's on Garrett's. That's her 3rd.
Well, 3rd's enough that Coach Sayers isn't going to look to the bench. But something to keep an eye on for sure, especially as a big.
Sweeney, 9 of 15 from the field. Shovels it off to Mack, baseline. Working into the paint against Keller. Turns, puts it up. Keller blocks it away out of bounds. Good defense by Kendall Keller.
That was great defense by Kendall Keller, especially as a guard down low. Sometimes it's interesting when you get someone one-on-one what you do in the post, but she just kept her hands up and really moved her feet.
Mack's going to try it again against Nesson. Draws the foul with 5 on the shot clock. Nesson a little slow moving the feet on that one.
Yeah, I was going to say that one's kind of the epitome of a body foul. Both hands straight up from Erica Nesson, who's now going to head to the bench with her 2nd. But she had both hands straight up, but you can't really control a player with the rest of your body, especially if they're kind of pivoting around you like that.
Shani Mack, Three Forks High senior, misses the first. Mack on the year, 75.5% from the free throw line, and goes 1 out of 2.
And we just got a good look at that replay there of kind of Nesson forcing Mack away from the basket with her body.
7:45 to go in the 4th. Extra. Now Garrett's. Pickens, left block. Pickens spins to her left, puts it up, draws the foul on Kyla Momberg. And 2 free throws coming up for Pickens. Chance to take the lead for the Saints.
It's fun to watch Pickens get it and kind of slowly pause and wait and see if she's going to get that double team to make the pass for the open shot. And when it doesn't come, she goes up with it and able to draw the foul. Only 2nd on Momberg.
Well, and it's interesting, not only is she waiting for that double team, she's feeling the defense where it is behind her and which direction she's going to go, and she ties it up at 54.
And especially with kind of these not as less sized players on Western, the guards they're kind of throwing at her, it's important to be able to do that and understand where the defense is. And she gets them both to retake the lead. 22 points.
It's moderately decent.
That's all right.
Sweeney's going to try a step back three, a little short. Pickens with another rebound.
How many is that? How many is that?
That is 17.
17. She's at 18 before. We know that. I don't think the program record is posted online where I know where to find it.
I couldn't find it either, yeah. Pickens, here comes the double team, skips it out. Keller, 8 on the shot clock. Keller through the double team, short on the shot, rebound tipped. Pickens is going to get whistled for the foul, the push in the back. That'll be the third on Carroll, and it'll be the first on Pickens. And that's one thing Jamie's been doing so much better in her career year by year, even going back to high school, is to get better at staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and yeah, only her first in the game. And I think one of the games I've seen this Carroll team play, that was the
great backdoor pass.
Yeah, great pass. But
Mac Tamoy.
One of the closest Carroll games I watched in their non-conference is one where Pickens was in foul trouble all game. That's why it was so close. Moy, only a freshman though, she's a really great cutter. That's the second time at least she's had a great opportunity and open shot because of her cuts.
She's into double figures with 10. Pickens Garrett's a baseline air ball. And Kyla Momberg pushes it up. Western up one, 56-55, 6:08 to go here at the PE Center.
Chance for Western to get a big bucket.
Sweeney drives on Garretts. That's great defense from Maddie Garretts. Now out to Jonelle Momberg. Her little 10-footer is good. And Western back up 3.
Still only a one-possession game, but this Western team came out in the second half and kept their lead. Great job by them.
Carroll is led by as much as 4, Western by as much as 9. As Pickens back to work on the inside, rolls it home, 24 for Jamie Pickens. Saints back within 1.
She is playing with a little bit of that swagger she gets when she's hot. She kind of lingers in the paint a little bit after making a bucket. Lets you know.
Kyla Momberg, free throw line. Working on Garretts. Garretts blocks it away. And right to Albrecht. And then a foul, a little frustration foul on Kyla Momberg. And I think she wanted the body on the block. And go ahead.
And yeah, it's quickly third on Momberg. And frustration foul, but did slow down the fast break. Carroll obviously doesn't run a whole lot with their good post play, but interesting to say the least. One of our officials make sure his shoes are tied. We're going to need that if it's a close game.
Safety first.
Yeah, we're going to need that.
Maddie Ekstrom across midcourt. 5:10 to play. Dribbles to the near side. Looking for Pickens. Finally gets it to her. Back to Ekstrom. Now swings it around right side. Keller. Ekstrom up on top. 1-2-2 zone by the Bulldogs. Albrecht in the corner. Keller. Quick pass. Ekstrom wide open. 3 is going to be off the mark. Rebound. Garretts grabs it. Albrecht kind of knocked it out of her teammate's hand. New shot clock for the Saints at 20.
Oh, they got a good look there and no more ball movement, but threes haven't fallen.
Albrecht baseline. Pickens. Oh, I don't know how she came away with that pass.
Oh, it was like a magic trick to get it in the lap of Jamie Pickens, and now 26 for Pick. Man.
And the Saints back up by 1. I have no idea. As Sweeney just inside the three-point line drifts at the fall. And Western back up 1.
Oh, that's a big shot by Sweeney. Big-time players make big-time shots.
I was going to say, would you expect anything else?
Yeah, great answer. And now she's up to 20 points.
Pickens and Sweeney living up to the bill today for sure.
Yeah, 2 of the Frontier's best.
4 minutes to play. 10 on the shot clock. Carroll down 1. Keller uses a screen from Garretts to drive baseline. Picks up the dribble, crossover in the paint, puts it up and in with the left hand, and the Saints back up by 1.
A bit of a boxing match now, very back and forth here in the PE Center. We'll see how Western can respond.
3:38 to play. Western looking for the upset and to snap a 15-game losing skid to the Saints. Momberg in the paint, fouled by Albrecht. And she'll have 2 free throws when we come back. 3:29 to go in regulation. It's 8th-ranked Carroll 61, Western 60 here on SWX.
Head Start students and their families. Mark your calendars, the 41st SAA auctions coming up Friday, April 19th. If you have an item to donate, please reach out to Mark.
We've had 6 ties in this ball game. And 9 lead changes.
You had to count it a little bit.
I did. Okay. I did, yeah. 3:29 to go. Saints lead 61-60. Western will have 2 free throws and a chance to take the lead, or at the very least tie.
And you said 9 lead changes?
Yes.
All in the second half, too.
All in the second
half, too.
All since the midway point of the third quarter.
Man, yeah. Wow, this has gotten fun quick. That's what you love to see. Great basketball here in SWX.
Well, and this is what in 11 years of covering the Frontier that I've come to expect between these two teams. Regardless of the players, regardless of the coaches, they're always going to battle. I know Carroll won by double digits twice this year over Western, but anything in the Frontier is possible.
Yeah.
Literally any night they play.
Well, that's the funny thing we talk about. They're looking for 15 in a row is the number, but in between that winning streak, Montana Western won a national championship, right? Yeah. Like, it's not like they've just been like, they won a national championship in between there. It's just, that's how it goes. You can dominate in the regular season and then you can lose and then go win a national championship. You just never really know. As you said, anyone's night in the Frontier. We'll see if it's a Western's night tonight.
61-61. Saints and the Bulldogs tied up. Pickens and
Davis
hit the floor, thank you, as Albrecht draws the foul. She'll shoot 2 after she hits the deck. A foul on Momberg. I think that's her. It's just her second.
Her sister's 4. Got 3. Yeah. But yeah, you talked about a little wrestling match down there between Pickens and Davis. We said Missoula Hellgate. That was her job back there. Played with Alex Colville on those great Hellgate teams. Had plenty of their games on SWX here, including the Golden Goat, which we're going to get again this year. But
yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah, she would go play some real physical defense while Alex Colville hung out in the paint.
62-61. Saints with the lead now and make it a 2-point lead after Albrecht hits them both. 3:04 left. Albrecht an 80% free throw shooter.
Well, I'm looking for another answer. Montana Western.
They go inside. Kick out. Stolen away by Keller at the free throw line. Keller slows things down.
That's a big turnover to get, and you mentioned they can really kind of start to control the shot clock now.
2:37 to play. Ekstrom on the far wing. Garrett's up on top.
Yeah, get the ball to Pickens.
Tried to lob it down low. Pickens came towards her. The pass went away from her.
I really like the thought to get it to Pickens right there, but just miscommunication. And now once again, Western a chance to tie it or take the lead.
15th Carroll turnover this afternoon is Sweeney. Works on Keller over to her side of the floor, team bench. Nice screen and roll. Kiki Davis turns, fires, blocked away. Garrett's and Pickens, and then Garrett's hits the deck hard, along with Mack, or check that, Lund. That was some big collision there.
Yeah, it looks like Garrett's a little shaken up. Hope everyone's okay, but at this point,
Pickens is going to get the block. Garrett's is going to get the bruise.
Yeah, they're not calling out touch fouls, and you said
they called the foul on Garrett.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, they're going to.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Garrett's wanted a foul call on her is what the sitch is here. As she's talking to her far official on the front of the Carroll bench, but they're letting them play, Jason. They're letting them play. No ticky-tack fouls. Of course, that wouldn't have been a ticky-tack foul.
No, there was nothing ticky or tacky.
Yeah. That is just a collision.
Keller. Top of the key, left-hand dribble, crosses over, back.
Looking to go high-low with Pickens here, maybe.
Garrett's on the high, Pickens on the low, and a foul on the Bulldogs.
Yeah. That's a great play design. They used a screen to get a different defender on Pickens before they'd fed her. She had the Swan or Davis on her, but maybe been a great idea. That's almost a take foul there from Montana Western. Well, never mind, it's there in the bonus now.
Sweeney gets called for the foul, so Garrett's will shoot free throws. Sweeney's first. Carroll free throws the rest of both teams free throws the rest of the way as Garrett's knocks down the first. Carroll up 3.
Some big free throws here, and Sweeney, we talk about Pickens staying out of foul trouble. Sweeney, that's only her first of the night. She's done a great job staying on the floor, too.
Garrett's hits them both.
Yeah, that's 2 big free throws. Now it's a 2-possession lead.
65-61. Although we did see a 4-point play Thursday here on SWX over at Big Sky, Flathead. As the drive and a blocking foul on the Saints as Jonelle Momberg kind of off balance, threw it up wildly, and Garrett's gets called for her 4th.
4 fouls for 44, so that's obviously not a lot of ball game left. 1:35 here, but I could change the way Garrett's plays defense. His first free throw is good.
Momberg 77% free throw shooter. Western as a team 73%, and the lead is cut to 2. 65-63. Carroll by 2.
Good free throw shooting as the full court press comes on.
Keller has it in the backcourt. And a 10-second call.
Wow. Says 24 on the clock.
And the official says, my bad. They're going to hear it from. And look at Coach Pickens, or Coach Pickens settling down Coach Sayers.
Because of 30-second shot in college?
For women, yeah.
Yeah, so I was 6 seconds, not 10. Because high school is 35, so you think if it was high school, that's probably what the official was thinking. High school, that would have been 10 seconds.
Yep, 100%.
Well, good job for him to own up to it. We're playing on.
Garrett's the 3 from the corner, short. Not the shot the Saints would have wanted with still 12 on the shot clock. And now back the other way. Ekstrom tips it, almost got the steal. Momberg. Now Sweeney settles it down. 20 on the shot clock, 65 on the game clock.
Oh, man.
Momberg is going to drive on Ekstrom. Fade away. Got it. We're tied. It's 63.
That's a hooper shot right there off of one leg in the corner. And we're all tied up. We're all tied up.
65 all with less than a minute to go.
Man. Great basketball.
Ekstrom. Saints have not, neither team's really gone to the bench here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, your players are rolling. Don't want to make it like a microwave.
Ekstrom. And a foul underneath, and that'll be on Kendall Keller. Big call with 32.3 to go.
That's going to be free throws too, yeah.
We'll have free throws to take the lead, and Britt Cooper's going to call a timeout. As Keller trucked Lund.
Oh, man. That was a great job there by Lund to recognize that Keller was coming down the lane quickly. Carroll's been running some real set plays. I understand that she's going quickly.
There's
and just,
another
as you
look.
saw, on the left side of her screen, just took the damage. So we see Jason, 32 seconds left. She's going to go to the free throw line, Lund is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
For
She
Carroll
will
then,
shoot 2.
you get the ball back, potentially down 1 or 2. Or 0. Or 0. It could still be tied. I think you got to go back down and get the ball in the hands of Jamie Pickens.
Isabella Lund at the line when we come back from the timeout. Huddles. She is a 70% free throw shooter. We mentioned both these teams very good from behind at the free throw line.
Yeah,
Possession arrow favors the Saints. Both teams shooting free throws. Both teams have 3 timeouts.
Oh, it's a good thing to put out there, but it's real interesting. Late game, tie game for now. The coaching, interesting. I mean, obviously Coach Sayers, one of the best to ever do it in the Frontier Conference. Started here in 2011. And Britt Cooper only in her first year. It's kind of interesting to see just how that might play in a factor. Obviously, one coach has been in so many situations like this, and the other one has not. But obviously, new ideas always going to come from new coaches like Britt Cooper. It'll be really interesting to see what sort of plays and tactics are played out. And it's been back and forth throughout the second half, but especially in these last couple possessions to see what they do. And no free throws, Jason. I guess maybe it was an offensive foul.
It was an offensive
that'd be
foul,
why.
so yeah. So Momberg will inbound. 30 seconds to go, 2-second differential, shot clock to game clock.
Looks like they're just going to set to get Sweeney on an island for now.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She dribbles. No 5-second violation.
They're letting him play, Jason.
Now here comes the double team. Sweeney dribbles away from it. Sweeney stops, right elbow. Offensive foul is the call with 6.7 to play.
Oh, man. Woo-hoo. Well, she didn't make the shot anyway, so.
Now take another look at it. She got the
watch
elbow.
the left arm,
and
watch the left arm.
Left shoulder. That was good defense from Carroll.
Yeah, Ekstrom did a good job.
Sayers calls timeout to advance the ball three-quarter court.
More great coaching. Man, oh man, let's see.
And, ooh.
So normally, I mean, if you extend your arm, it's an automatic
Well,
offensive
she might have
foul,
dipped
right?
the elbow
But
or the shoulder a little too much.
That's what I'm saying. She definitely didn't fully extend her arm, but yeah, she definitely put the shoulder into it. Got sold a little bit.
You know, and you look at it, Carroll, 99% a lock for the NAI National Tournament, whether they win the Frontier Tournament or not. Western has to win the Frontier Tournament to get to the National Tournament, but this, if they can win, would go a long way. Now, Carroll has 6.7, and obviously, if you're Western, you're looking for Pickens and make Carroll somebody else beat you from the Saints.
Yeah, that sounds fun to do and all, but open three-pointer is not exactly what you want either as a basketball coach. 6 seconds, veteran coach Sayers. We'll see what she draws up here. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a quick, they get the ball into someone, they get a switch on Pickens and immediately get it to her.
Well, she's lined up on the left elbow, Garrett's right elbow. You had another look at that foul on Sweeney. Keller takes the inbound. Baseline, Pickens spins, blocked away. It goes off of Garrett's with 1.9 remaining.
And timeout,
taken by the Bulldogs, and they will now advance it up the floor. That's one thing that women's hoops did about 6 years ago, is to put in the advance like the NBA has. It goes right off of Garrett's. Pickens partially blocked away. That was good defense by Western down low.
Yeah, and I will say I did call the inbound play, just starters. They got the switch on Davis on to Pickens, but Davis is the one who ends up making the block. It's a great look. Pickens going back to her right-hand side. She kind of lost it going up with help of the defense, and referees don't want to call a foul in a big position like that. That's a great job by staying straight up by Davis. And now Britt Cooper, I would say you gotta get Sweeney the ball for a quick three-pointer here. There's nothing else you can really call.
Sweeney, 32% three-point shooter. Shaney Mack, 39%. She's the best on the team.
Okay.
Did they put in, I'm looking to see, Lund is out there. It'll be Jonelle Momberg, the inbound.
Garrett's on her.
That's a good defense call there. The inbound, Sweeney, Ekstrom at the buzzer, short, and we are headed to overtime. You called it, Jack. You jinxed us.
Yeah. Put it on me.
Free basketball coming your way at the PE Center. Carroll, 65, Western 65, overtime. Coming up next. 8 ties, 9 lead changes. All 9 lead changes came in the second half. Carroll had a look at the end, as did Western. The day, it's a 65-65 game as we head to overtime.
Free
Matt,
basketball.
Baseline out to Lund. Jonelle Momberg works into the paint on Garrett, spins, puts it up, got it to roll in. And Western gets the lead back on the 10th lead change.
Overtime's always kind of a weird time period because it's a little less than a quarter, so coming out and getting a few buckets early can really help your chances in any overtime period.
Keller, left elbow out to Pickens. Pickens, 26 points, 18 rebounds. That 18 rebounds ties a career high. She'll drive, she'll put it up, 28 points, 4 away from a career high.
Well, her guard didn't cut where she wanted to, so she said, hey, I'll do it myself. Great job by Jamie Pickens to put it on the floor. That's a real talent there. That's a forward to be able to dribble like that, get that kind of moving layup.
Sweeney. Now Isabel Lund, blocked by Garrett. Oh, that was a huge swat.
Not today. It's a no-fly zone in the Carroll College paint right there.
Keller, she'll penetrate. Turn, fire, 10-footer, short. Rebound, good box out Mack. Leaves it off for Sweeney. Sweeney with 20 points in this ball game. Now Mack drives, lost the handle on the way up.
Look out.
Goes off of Carroll into the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
It'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Is that Mitch down there? I hope he's okay.
3:40 to go in overtime number 1. Sweeney, kick out Lund. She'll dribble to the free throw line. Hand it off, Momberg. She'll fire from the right elbow. It's good. She has all 4 Western points here in the overtime session. It's 69-67 Bulldogs.
Well, she's also obviously all eyes on Sweeney, but Momberg, great game too. 17 points for her. She's hooping too, and her team up 2 on the 8th ranked team in the NAIA.
Pickens, free throw line, dump off, tipped away. Good defense by the Bulldogs. Come up with another steal.
There's been turnovers forced all game. Let's help Western get to where they are, and they did it again here.
Bulldogs up 2. First overtime for Montana Western today, or this year. Lund fires, missed off the mark. Or check it, Moy. Albrecht with the rebound, 2:32 to play.
It's a big shot for Moy to be taken as a true freshman. Love to see her embrace that, but ends up in the hands of Carroll.
Albrecht, now Ekstrom out on the wing, 15 on the shot clock. Ekstrom's gonna drive, she'll stop, she'll pop from 5, we're tied again.
That's Pier from Addie Ekstrom, Bozeman, Montana. The former Hawk.
2:10 to go.
Yeah, tied at 69.
Sweeney. Now Momberg on this give and go, and a foul's going to be called on Kendall Keller.
Oh.
Coach Sayers just puts her hands on her head.
Yeah, look out, Coach. You don't want to get technical here.
Coach Cooper. Well, you know, Coach Sayers has a little bit of seniority in the frontier. They'll let her talk.
It's hard for her to get technical. I've seen some pretty senior coaches get technical, so well, I'll tell you what.
Well, there's some on the men's side.
Yeah.
Sweeney, first free throw is good. So Western back up by 1. 70-69. 2:02 left. Sweeney hits them both. Western up 71-69.
Now, wouldn't expect anything less than Sweeney. You need those.
Keller over to the right side. Surveys, drives, layup, counted in, a foul! Took it right at Moy, or rather Mack. That's Mack's 4th, and a chance for the lead.
Well, if you're Kendall Keller and you're from Havre, Montana, and you can handle the temperatures up there on the High Line, you can handle a little contact when you're driving to the rim. And getting the and one to go. But
it rolls out.
Oh.
Huge offensive rebound, though, for Willa Albrecht.
Game tied now, though.
1:45 left. 71-71. Keller. Kick out, Ekstrom. Ekstrom's going to drive, and it's stolen away by
They got numbers.
Momberg gets it to Sweeney on top. Shovel pass to Mack. 90 seconds left. Sweeney on Albrecht. Sweeney drives. No good.
Great defense.
Albrecht did everything but foul her on that one.
Yeah, I thought Western had the numbers on that fast break and should have made another pass. It was like 3 or 4 on 2, but they slowed it down, and Carroll, huge stop.
71-71, 64 seconds left to play here in overtime number 1 in Helena. 8th-ranked Carroll being
Number 1,
tested.
Number 1, Jason?
Pickens down low. Another chance for a three-point play. See if they can convert it this time. Pickens jacked. That came with 3 on the shot clock. The foul on Moyes, her 3rd. And Pickens to the line. 10 of 12 tonight.
30 ball, too.
30 points, career high 19 rebounds as well.
Well, we talked about in the open, not only is she everything she is helping lead her team to a victory tonight, but this gym's loud, and that's because, once again, she's from Helena, Montana. She's a local kid here to Carroll College.
74-71 Carroll, 47 seconds left. Western does not need the 3. Mack's going to drive, fouled, she'll shoot 2.
It's a great job by Mack, not let the crowd noise and the pressure get the best of you. Just drive hard, take a good shot. Now, chance to get some points back.
With the clock stopped, second on Pickens.
Yeah, we got a good look at it. Whether ball or not, Pickens' hand came down.
Mack, 75.5% free throw shooter, drills the first. The senior from Three Forks makes it a 2-point game. Both men's teams waiting in the wings here at the PE Center. And Mack hits them both. 74-73, timeout Carroll. 40.4 to go. Possession arrow favors the Saints in a 1-point game. Shooting free throws, both teams. Carroll has 2 timeouts remaining. Western has 3 left.
Yeah, I took it off the board right as you're looking. I saw that, Jason. But yeah, it's big. Carroll gets the ball. They got a chance to, want to take it down to 10 seconds if they want to. Hold a 1-point lead, and then you can't repeat enough. Just try to get the ball to Jamie Pickens in the paint. That's what you got to do without turning it over. Britt Cooper, she's got to get her team full of guards to force another turnover like they've done all night. Great free basketball now.
Pickens with a new career high in rebounds so far at 19. That was set 18 was set just a couple of weeks ago against Montana State Northern.
31 and 19.
Her career high in points came 5 days after that, January 25th of this year, against Western. And she hands it off to Keller. 19 on the shot clock, 27 on the game clock. Garrett's top of the key. They're fronting and now backing Pickens. Here comes the double team. Kick out Keller. 7 to shoot. Keller drives. Short. Rebound tipped off of Jonelle Momberg. It'll stay with Carroll. 13.2 remaining.
Shot clock
with 3.
I don't know if that hit the rim or not.
They may
look
take
at
a
it.
look. I don't know if it hit the rim.
Yeah, that's kind of what's going to be the question here.
No, they said shut it off, I think. 13.2 remaining.
Because if it shuts out at 15 seconds back, so it's at 13. Here's another look.
I don't think it hit the rim. I think there should be 3 on the shot clock.
Of course,
from that angle.
A lot of our cameras are from this side of the gym. Hard to tell if it kind of got the bottom front.
Well, they're not going to look at it.
Yeah.
13.2. The only thing I can think of in the official right underneath, it may have hit the bottom of the iron.
Yeah.
Where it attaches to the backboard.
It definitely looked like there was some movement on the rim. Oh. I wouldn't want to have to review that anyway.
I wouldn't either.
We're going to play basketball.
13.2, Carroll. 74-73, quick foul by Sweeney.
Now, have to foul.
Keller at the free throw line.
Well, now when you're going to auto foul more than ever is maybe when you do want to get the ball to the post if you're Montana Western. But Kendall Keller heading the line, though.
Except you've got your 2 post players are both
Yeah, this is true.
76 and 83% free throw shooters. Kendall Keller's 93% free throw shooter.
Yeah, not great. Not great if your Western gets the first. Kendall Keller in her, or Carroll in her blood for Kendall Keller. Grandpa Jim Gross coached here. Bill and Karen, her parents, both played here.
She goes 2 for 2. The lead is 3. 12 seconds left.
And I'm sure they're
Britt
proud
Cooper
of that.
Calls timeout. She'll advance the ball. She wants it on the near sideline. 12 seconds left. You know, Kendall Keller, 93% free throw shooter. She's missed 3 times this year.
That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I'd probably miss 3 in a row if I went out and shot some right now.
The Saints are a 78% free throw shooting team. Now, here comes the question.
Yeah.
Do you foul if you're Carroll?
I was thinking, do we need a three-pointer here, Jason?
You don't really need the 3 if you're Western, but if you're Carroll, do you foul?
Yeah, that'd
you
be
can
it.
get the quick 2, get the quick foul if you're Western, but 76-73, and it's been a question the last decade in college hoops. Some coaches and analysts say always foul up 3 no matter what. Unless they're shooting the 3, then don't do it.
I think it depends if they do an inbound play where they just get a quick three-pointer or not. Because then, if Jordan Sweeney's going up for a three-pointer, please don't foul her.
If you're a Carroll fan, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So hard to say if you foul or not. Coach Sayers, veteran coach, I bet she's got a good philosophy about it. We'll see what they do here.
The inbound, Momberg. Now Mack lost the handle, still loose, 8 seconds to play. She'll try the 3, it's blocked by Albrecht. Garretts comes away with it. She'll be fouled with 2.2. Huge defensive play there by Willa Albrecht.
And Maddie Garretts is hyped. Great rebound from her. And that was the question, Jason. They decided not to foul, trusted their defense. Great block there by Will Albrecht. Get the smile out of Jamie Pickens. Wow. Big free throw here from Maddie Garretts. Seal the deal.
She gets 2 no matter what. First one's good. That basically will do it. Now definitely don't foul. Because you know they're launching a 3 with 2.2 to go. Make or miss. Carroll and Garretts missed that one. Momberg just going to dribble it out.
Yeah.
Wow, Western gave it one heck of an effort. It took Carroll overtime, but the 8th-ranked Saints hold on and improve to 10-1 in the Frontier, 19-4 overall. 77-73 your final, and Jack, there's no question who your player of the game is tonight.
Wow, not only a player of the game, but if you ask Coach Sayers, she might be the National Player of the Year. Jamie Pickens, what a game from her. 31 points. How many rebounds, Jason?
19
rebounds. Jamie Pickens does it all, and once again, kid from Helena, Montana.
11 of 13 from the free throw line, 10 of 20 from the floor, and she also had an assist. And she had a lot of help from her teammates. 14 for Garretts, 13 for Keller, 12 for Willa Albrecht. Jordan Sweeney, great 22 points, 17 for Momberg. Mack had 15, 10 for Maddie Moy. Halo said they had it in the bag all game long.
Never
Overtime,
in doubt. Never in doubt.
77-73. Saints get the victory. If this was good, the men's game could be just as good. I want to thank our entire SWX crew, led by Bill, Dave, and Matt in the truck. For Jack Marshall, I'm Jason Walker. Thanks to the athletic directors and sports information directors from both schools. We'll see you back here for the men's game coming up on SWX.